Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. It's time to get thoughty and what naughty.
Yeah, that's N-O-T.
Yeah, like, naughty wood.
That's K-N-O-T.
That too.
And N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Those are. I don't know what that word for, they all sound alike. They're spelled different and have different meanings.
Yeah.
I used to know that, but my brain is still recovering from,
it's still in sickness.
The viral.
I'm done. It does something to your brain. It's true. All right, my Arty friends, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here. We like to know that you are here because we're an Arty friendly bunch of folks.
That we are.
I feel like there's an echo, but.
What? I've got.
You got paint on her mic.
No, I've got. What do you call that stuff? Oh no, it pulled off. No, it's the modeling paste. Must have got really carried away with. Really?
Yes, I am wearing Eddie's shirt. He'll put a link in. He's like, well, where's mine? I'm like, you already have one. I'm going to put the other one in a giveaway. And I promise the giveaway will happen in March. It will happen at the end of March. And just FYI, so some, announcements. Many of y'all have already watched the video. Caleb officially announced the giveaway challenge thing. So go over there and watch that. And it's official. So then the end date of that is April 1st. And that's no April Fool's kind of situation. Because we don't do that sort of thing here. I don't like that kind of thing.
I don't either. Never did.
Never did. So yeah, that's going to go on. So it'll be kind of busy. We'll like have our, because remember, we're going to be doing mixed media madeness. Still working through that. Still kind of workshopping that. Madeness, mayhem. There will be mixed media. We will be doing it each and every day. There will be,
Yeah.
It's basically like us, just, more of us for a week.
Oh, wait.
TBD on times. I prefer mornings. But this one does not.
I prefer afternoons.
It's just, it gets harder with school. For the afternoons, because then Brad has to go and pick it. She's been walking home, so I don't know,
And she's not walking home by herself. She's walking home with
have a
group.
Yeah, and we're not far. Anyway, yeah. So that's all some information there regarding events coming up. We will be interviewing Becky this coming Wednesday. I feel like I haven't been saying that enough. We will be seeing Becky chatting with her Arty Chat this coming Wednesday. What else? Partners have been announced for days. I feel like I'm about 4 days behind in just where my brain is at.
Yes.
All right, let's say hello to everybody. Let's say hello. If you haven't given your hello hand or who's it, what's it, now. Now's the time. Got Acme is in the chat. Art Curious by MNW. That is Miriam. Barbara. That's Barb. Beth Webb is here. Carol. I believe you are new. Welcome. Kat's here. Christy Hartman. Cookie Wookie. That's Mo. Eddie makes art. He's the maker of this shirt. If you want yours, he put the link in chat. It's also a stencil. If you want to, make it into your art too. Elizabeth Folcommer's here. Graham's in the house. Griffin Shell. That's Rhonda. Jennifer McKinnon. Jennifer's Dog's Life. Joanne. Yuta. Maria. Hello. Welcome. Mary Brown. Martha. Carla just popped in there, I think. Yuta. Carla. Maria. Mary Brown. Martha. Nancy Lee. Original Cindy's here. Patty C. Planet Creative Studios. That is Estella Seabasket. That's Cheryl. Simply Lizette. That's Lizette. Slapping paint on paper. That's Karen McCoy. I'm going to give y'all a little preview of what I've done with my box, by the way. Because it is fantabulous. But it's not done. Dun, dun, dun. But I needed to get some stuff on it. Taken's here. She's the bookmaker. The Shelley Studio. That is Margot. And Zal Like Cal is here. And Zany Love. That's Bobby. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. Just give me some extra pinky hello hands. I will get you helloed.
Did you get Maria Feels Grateful?
I did.
Okay.
I think Maria's new, or she's been maybe a couple times. Okay, tasks and lurking. Love it. We don't mind that at all. Just make sure y'all give those thumbsy upsies. In fact, there's quite a few of y'all that have not done so. Please do so. This is a very pivotal moment in the stream. It's the beginning, and then it lets people know, hey,
thank you,
something's happening over here. And then the YouTubes hopefully will push it out. Although weird things have been happening on YouTube. He was just having some weirdness.
I couldn't even get it, and I usually think it's just me, but Mariah came over and she had trouble getting
weird.
it even to...
I had to refresh it, and then it finally kind of went over there, and then it did some things. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I do not know.
Okay. We ready to go topside?
Are you thoughting? Show your book.
My box.
Your box. Just give them a preview. Quick one, and we can talk more about it.
There were some little things I was kind of testing out. Some things might shake off. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I'm very pleased. I'm not going to show you. There's a surprise on the inside, but we'll talk about that this coming Monday or maybe on Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. See what's going on. What's going on? You want to go topside now?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Oh, somebody just came in with pinky hands, Mariah.
Oh, yes. Okay. So TFP. Let us know who you are, or we'll just call you TF.
Okay. Now, I think I have this kind of laid out here so that you can... Izzy brought me this pine cone, and I thought, if you're talking about a wonderful symbol or a movement or whatever, pine cones are great because, do you know, they require heat in order for the seeds to, yes, open up and germinate. And I think, sometimes that just describes us. That we don't really broaden our horizons until we've had some heat applied. And of course, here's another one of my tins. I just noticed I got really, that's kind of bad right there. I might need to address that. But anyway, these tins are really great. I have a little box that's in Mariah's cabinet over there. It used to be back behind me here, but things have changed. Save these tins because they're good things for lots of things.
They hold a lot of things, and I will tell you, they actually do come in quite handy because I actually moved most of the tins into my drawer because they help hold up the re-inkers. So they're not all just wibbly wobbly around there.
Yes.
Because you're opening the drawer, so it does hold them in place, which is kind of nice.
Okay, so we're going to address some things today, and we're going to make some announcements, and I'll let Mariah make the announcement, but I want to get us started here. And this is the quote for the day, and she was supposed to look up Thomas Sowell for me, and the name I said, no, it sounds familiar, but I can't dredge it up from the memory. Here, it takes considerable knowledge just to realize the extent of your own ignorance. I'm going to put that in my book.
He's an American economist.
Yes.
When
was he alive and doing his thing?
1930.
Oh, yeah. The Depression.
Yes.
Okay, well, he's somebody that we could look up. I found this lovely little postcard.
Is he still alive? Because it doesn't have... I think he's still alive. 95 years old.
Wow. There you go.
Doing them numbers.
I thought this was a nice little postcard. I found it in some stuff. It makes a good bookmark, and that I think was what it was being used for. I found the rest of my...
he's an American economist. Why is it such a hard word for me?
Economist.
But historian and social theorist.
Oh.
That's probably where that came from more than anything.
That's a lot of hats to wear there.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I don't know why this one's not working. There we go. But these little jobbers, just remind you, they under my paper clip.
Oh, here, this is pretty funny. Watch.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to tell you some of my little things here. Okay, Southern Poverty Law Center. Send them your money.
They're doing good work.
They're doing good work, and then they'll send you some labels that you can use. Thank you for your support.
I wish they'd just, hold off on that kind of stuff and
yeah, I never
keep
ever
the monies.
Yeah, and I don't ever have them send me the bags or all that BS because I've got bags.
We got bags out of the wazoo.
Yeah, more bags than we can bag it. Okay, this is a lovely, lovely. It is so apropos for what we're doing right now because
what?
Yeah,
that's what the name of the song.
And yeah,
it's funny.
I love this. This is wonderful. You can't get answers if you don't ask questions. And I mentioned this the other day, but I finally found it when I went through all of my stuff here and it's still alligatoring on me, but I wanted to point out the warning signs of fascism. This is the poster that I had in my classroom.
From that place.
25 years ago. No, maybe not 25 years.
No, actually, it probably has been. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
How time flies.
I know.
I love it because there's lots of, you can get good buttons here. That's where I got my button. I didn't get that one. I don't know why I didn't get that one. But this is a good place to order from. And look at that. Isn't that a wonderful? I might cut that out and save that.
Oh, these things are fabulous. Was it Sonia? I don't know who sent these to me. One of y'all sent these to me. And I have 3 of them. And one of them is downstairs. I think the baby hauled off with one. And then this is the studio one.
This is a studio one. This is the poker that she uses to poke me with. All right, Mariah, I want you to make the announcement.
Oh. About the channel?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have decided that it is probably better for us and for y'all that we dedicate a channel to more of the social justice, like when we want to really get, into it. Not and that we won't.
The books and the research and the.
She just wants to go on and on about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to stop. Like, we're going to wrap that up and get to the art, lady. Not that there's not going to be crossover, because there will always be crossover. But we just feel like we want to have the discussions, and it's probably not, well, especially at the beginning, because, you can't go live on a channel until you have a certain number of, people, followers, subscribers, already friends. I don't know what we're going to call
What's the number?
I think you have to have 50, which I'm sure we could probably do today if we really needed to. But I think to start out with, P and I are going to have, like, our conversations on camera.
Oh, and it's just going to be
uploaded videos.
Okay.
And then we can either premiere them, and then we could chat with people in the chat.
Okay.
During it. That might be a better conversation. But we'll figure some of that out. I'm going to put a link to the channel, and we're calling it Creative Artivists Work. Caw!
Yeah. And you get to guess what what do you call it? The
little icon.
The icon.
What y'all think? Wait, Okay, I wasn't ready on
Unless that says that's link. Simply brilliant.
Yeah, and I don't know if you search it, if it's going to come up, because this is, like, literally brand new, because P was like, she said this morning, she's like, all right, we're going to do it. Because she wants to talk more in depth, and, like, she's been reading more of the books, so it's going to be a lot of the book review business and all of that kind of more in depth.
Yes, because I feel like sometimes in reading Anthony Cody's book and relating, because, my whole thing about life in general, if I were going to give you my philosophy in one word, it would be connections. I feel so strongly about that. That's how I learn. I make connections to things in my brain, to what I don't know and what I want to know, what I do know. And I think that's such a powerful way of approaching things, because when I'm reading, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for connections.
Yeah. So I've put the link there. I would love it if y'all would go over, those of you that are interested. It's just gonna be like everything that we are here, just way more focus on like how we do the Thursday thoughts and when I still cut her off and everything. She can just still keep going.
Yeah.
And more conversation between her and I regarding these things. Because a lot of times I'm focused in on chat. And so I think for P and I to have those conversations is a great way to start out the channel. And again, once we get into a little bit more of like exactly how that's going to go, then we can kind of focus in on maybe doing a live once a month or something like that.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah. And maybe even having guest speakers or, in a conversation.
Yeah, because we talked to a lot of people, and I really would like to have more social justice kind of conversations. We plan on, it looks like it's happening. I don't know, is Anthony here? I didn't see him in the beginning, but that doesn't mean he isn't here. But he got us in touch with these folks that are having a conference thing in Houston, and it looks like they've connected us with another gentleman. And so we may be on that. So that would be a perfect thing. Like we could even record some stuff while we're there. And that would be more appropriate for that
later.
Yeah, for that type of situation versus, the art. Not to say that they're not going to cross over. I just want to be very clear about that.
Yes. Okay. This is some stuff that I found when I went through the big old Thursday Thought journal here.
She read this whole, and the funny thing is it's the transcripts from his video because P can't understand any of these shorts because people have got to get their thing said. She can't watch it.
A hard, especially if they're quick speakers. Okay.
Well, you got to be quick when it's a short because it's a short.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is the art of resistance, which that's called.
Oh, okay. So people have questions. People are asking if all of these important matters will be discussed there or still Thursday Thoughts. We will still have Thursday Thoughts. Thursday Thoughts will stay here. It will be, that has been a staple on this channel. It will always be.
And this is where I'm going to make more connections from art.
And probably what will happen is we'll go, okay, she gets to get a little blurb over here on a Thursday Thought. We'll talk about it a little bit. And then say, hey, all right, there is a further discussion upon this over on CAW. That's the creative artivists
work.
I
love it. And I told Mariah,
Brad came up with it.
And I love the idea of work because none of this is going to happen if we just sit here and continue doing what we've always done and feel real comfortable and imagine that's all going to go on like this if we don't do anything. That's not how it is.
Yeah.
We have to do some work.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, Thursday Thoughts, the art of resistance. What is the value of art and protest? Now remember, Eddie sent us that wonderful blip on the artist Ulloa.
Yeah, when we were starting to kind of dip our toe into this.
Yes.
About a year ago, I think. We've been
the Braceros. The title was Braceros. And I think that gets us into that whole feeling of how this evolves. Sometimes it begins quietly. A thought scribbled in a journal, a small ATC layered with meaning, or simply showing up and creating together. In those moments, art becomes a quiet act of resistance, not always loud, but always brave. Art has always held power, not just as something to admire, but as a way to challenge, to question, to comfort, and to heal. Sometimes it's the image that says what words cannot, cutting through language, culture, and borders, carrying messages for those whose voices aren't strong enough yet, or who have been silenced altogether. That is where the true power of art lives, lifting up, shining light, and speaking for those who cannot. In times when fear, misinformation, and control are used to divide and silence, creativity becomes its own kind of defiance. It's risky to put your truth into the world, and that's why community matters so much. The artists who stand up, speak out, and share their hearts need others around them who are willing to say, "We've got you. Keep on going."
From Vinny.
Oh, I love it. Look at that. They go together.
I got a few other things too, but you know.
Oh, I just love it. Oh,
I know.
look at that. Oh, that is
Benny, you're awesome.
You are.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to put that on here in a minute. Okay. As Sun Michaud recently said in a video, education makes you know better. Enlightenment makes you be better. And that's what we're striving for here. Not just knowing, but being. Being kind, being open, being willing to listen, learn, and grow together. To hold space for one another with respect, kindness, and accountability. This little corner that we've built together is more than just about art. It's about how we choose to show up for each other every single day. With every layer pulled, every print made, every page filled, we carry forward the legacy of those who came before us, those who resisted, who spoke the truth, who stood their ground, and we don't meet fear with anger, but with vision. We don't answer chaos with division, but with courage. And always we lead with love and light. And I think that, when we first started talking about these sort of things, we got some ugly letters from people.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really hard. At first, I was just angry, and I was like, nobody's making you stay here. That's not what this is about. We provide choices. And the whole thing is sometimes I think, even though it's something that we don't want to hear, I think maybe we should listen. Even to the people who sometimes are, we know it's not. We listened to this, and Mariah responded with kindness and dignity to all of those who said something to her that was mean and hurtful.
Now, here's one thing, though, because this is where there was a little miscommunication at that moment in time. Our chat, folks that show up here, are in simpatico with us, with this vision of love, light, community. If that does not resonate with you, and all you have to are division and spewing the hate, and that's really what it is.
It is.
In our chat, you will be gone. There is no place for you here, because that is our job, to keep the community safe.
Yes.
Because that kind of language, those fears, that hatred has no place here.
It does not. And here, I want you to look at this. This was Thirsty Thought for February 27th, 2025.
It's coming back around.
It's coming back around, folks. And I think it's important to know that it is that thread. I mean, we're creating a ball of yarn here.
Yeah.
It just goes on and on.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm sorry. I have to do a little.
I've been yelling at her. I don't know how it ended up in her chest, but.
Okay. Being connected. And I have a little asterisk there. I don't know where that's supposed to go, but I'm not seeing it down here. Maybe it's the next page. Okay. And what exactly is it that makes the connection continue developing into a bond of trust? Love is more than a feeling, it's a choice.
And I love that you
Melanie Curtin.
And you come back around, you think, what's going on, and Bad Bunny's message from the Super Bowl, and that, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And here we were, a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And down here, love is an action. And this is an article from the little thing you...
And I love it. You got it. Like, cue Mariah.
I don't know. You were supposed to say something after that. Okay. Process people in life. Here, okay.
There's a video for that. It was a year ago.
From an article in The Pocket. Here's the quote.
Hello, Paula.
We all want to be known. We want to be known by our friends, our colleagues, our family members, even our neighbors. We want to be seen for what we have to offer, what we provide, for who we are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just...
I have some good uplifting thoughts. And again, if y'all want, we're, like I said, so brand new channel for all the in-depth book report, book review, chats about the books, the in-depth stuff.
I have
That's
almost
mini
2
books.
feet. Yes, I have many books. And that's not even all of the ones that, yeah. Thank
Unfortunately,
you for this.
they're not leather bound, and that would be hilarious.
I'm going to put this back over here.
If you know.
No, they're not. I, and some of them I do, and I actually found...
She doesn't know the reference.
What?
I have many leather-bound books. It's from a movie.
Oh. I guess I didn't see that.
No, and you wouldn't. You would hate it.
I would hate it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it's good that you know those things. So then...
I don't know, though. Actually, you know what? You may not. Sometimes she surprises me. You know what? She used to watch the CW.
What is that?
The Vampire Diaries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Which I was like...
Okay, now I have to tell you this, and I'm kind of reluctant because it is a sexist... But... It's two dudes, and they're lawyers. And they're total douchebags. Something and something.
She needs to write her name on, and just her name on the, that one.
But it's two dudes.
What are you talking about?
It's a series.
Okay.
I don't know who they are, but sometimes they just say funny stuff. It is sexist, and they're idiots, and they're misogynist and whatever, but sometimes it just makes me belly laugh. And I know that part of me says, oh my God, that's disgusting. But
I think this is the tricky part that we're all trying to work through. Because it's like, I don't have some dude friends that, they're totally disgusting and complete asses. It does not negate from who they are, and I don't know that is exactly who they are. So it gets really tricky, and it is hard. But I think if you come at it like that versus, all the finger wagging, and I know that, it's hard, and I do it to Pete, because I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, because I use certain words from my generation.
And I'm like, I don't think you should use that anymore.
And, but you don't know until you know. And I think that we should all be nice about it.
Yeah.
Number one, because nobody's going to change if you attack them with a pitchfork. Some people need attacking with.
Oh, you know what, Graham? At the time, yes, it was very difficult. Hurt my feelings. But you know what? I am so thankful for it because it really put in motion everything that we are doing now. It was able for us to have the conversation within this house, within our business, and figuring out, hey, where do we want to be at on all of this? So it created that conversation. And it was painful. It was hard for me because that is so hard for me. I want people to like me. I am a people pleaser in certain aspects. And especially once it comes to this sort of thing, because it was so important to me. But then it gets to a point where you have to go, no, I'm sorry. This is more important than having everyone
love me.
Because, hey, this is inappropriate. And that's what we're trying to say is that, hey, we need to be able to have these very hard conversations. And I have just only gotten better and better about it. I'm thankful for that. It wouldn't have happened otherwise.
If you aren't ever challenged to actually know who you are and what you stand for, then it just goes on as is. You don't grow, you don't change, you don't reevaluate, you don't come up with a strategy that is, because Mariah is so wonderful at finding the materials that are factual, that refute that that hate, that viciousness, that unfactual material. Yeah. And I'm on, whenever we have our thing, I'm going to start it off with that particular.
Don't worry, Cheryl.
Thing that this person sent to us, because I think that, number one, it's what really galvanized our whole.
It did.
We can't sit back.
So thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
I don't think that they may be watching anymore, but that's fine. It may get back to them. It's fine.
They may. You know, and considering what's going on right now, we've got a lot of people that are getting back to us.
This is a whole year later. They may have changed some of their views and feelings about things. Who knows? Some people have.
Yeah, remember?
I'm cool with that.
Okay, now why am I showing you this? Well, this is the start of my Valentine's box. I don't have my Valentine box yet, but I'm going to get one.
What I was thinking is if you got the same box.
Now look at this.
Hey, she can't hear me today, so I have to holler at her. If you got the same box, then I could do one of those cool videos where like I show, because I don't have a picture of it like, before. I could probably pull it off the internet, to be honest, and do one of those snap videos. Remember when we did the one?
Oh, yes.
Where it does it and then, it's done.
Oh, I want to do that so much.
Well, so you should send your honey to the store and get. Or maybe next time, Brad and I have to probably go get some snack stuff tomorrow. Well, no, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if he can, because it was really good chocolates. But look, I took time to draw all those. And I also need for Mariah to make me that stencil again, the scribbly stencil that Brad made last year.
Oh,
I need it because I don't have it. You look for it, so I'm pretty sure it's not there. But look at the wonderful stuff going on there.
Let me go down and run one.
Okay.
Which one do you want? Because, see, there's the one... You get one because, it's going to take... That one actually takes a little bit to cut. It shouldn't take too long, but,
Because I started these papers like this. Now, I'm probably not... I don't know. I may not... Because I just love all those little hearts in there.
Okay, because there's a style 1, and it has... Okay, so it has the scribbly hearts inside.
But see, this...
Okay, so style 1 has some of the filled-in scribbled hearts. The style 2 is all of them, like, they're
okay. I want the open one because I want to be able to see some of this through the openness.
Gotcha. Okay.
But these are just the start of that.
Do you want the 8x10 or the 9x12?
I want the 9x12.
Okay.
No, maybe I do want the 8x10.
You want to fit a little bit more inside of there?
Because I can cut out the edges, right?
It's all cut. It's a mask.
Okay, I want the big one.
Okay.
I want the big one. Okay, so that's what these papers are for. And that was what I was doing.
Okay, Maria, sorry. Yeah, and I know sometimes when we get just like in our usual just verbiage and things, the lightning bolt is the messenger over there on Facebook. That's what
it's private messaging.
Yeah, it's the little messenger thing. So that's what people are talking about over there on the lightning bolt thing. I'm going to be right back. So y'all behave.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and because I want to use this one. And I don't necessarily want the green around the edge. Although, that's okay because we know what happens when we put red over the top of green. Some really good stuff. And that's what I want. I want this because here's what I'm really thinking about. I have this stuff down here. Never used it much. I did use it in my book that Tegan made for me. Where is it? Okay, it's called Fine Pumice Gel. It's an acrylic medium with a fine gray texture. And what I would envision my heart being is one that has been rejected, has been beat up, has been tumbled in the streets, has been trod upon. and kind of a metaphor, you know, for life in general, maybe. I just want it to be something that's not cute and happy. So that people out there that, you know that this heart's been around the block. So I'm 70, I'll be 75 coming up in March here. And I don't think that my interpretation of the world isn't always the same as someone much younger than I am. So that's why I thought I needed to do that. Because a lot of times I have more questions about, you know, this whole concept of romantic love. And especially when you get older, it's like, you know, I just need somebody who listens to me and I like them and we can have a conversation. We can go out to dinner without wanting to take the knives and kill each other, kind of thing.
It's a pretty low bar.
It is. But
maybe
somehow or other, that doesn't fit in with, you know,
hey, Mimi,
the Hallmark cards. So that's what I'm doing with my particular. Okay, so it's cutting.
It's cutting.
It's cutting. All right. Let me see what else I've got over here. Because I've got some things to pull. I've got some layers that I need to put down. Oh, look here. This is good. Well, but let's bring this one back in. Because we did have some discussion about this. On what we thought should be the pull color.
There's a lot of paint. It took 2 days to dry.
True that. You could tell that
It's
see
thick.
the little you know, it's like dried mud in the bottom of the riverbed. Oh, and the other thing is every time I cough, my muscles in my stomach hurt. I feel like grabbing, you know, the pillow.
So
That's what they have you do in the hospital.
You've been doing sit-ups, but
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
Hello, Amy K.
Okay. So that's where my heart's going.
Oh, so Eddie's been watching The Last Kingdom, and they always bring their swords to the dinner table. It's a different time.
Yeah.
Are you saying that you're pro or you know con like the?
Okay, so we have some things now. What we have to think about here is I'm not making this cutesy stuff because Mariah's pretty much done with the cutesy stuff, right? I mean, do you have everything you need?
Oh yes,
More than.
Yes. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped because I think I was over there on the Etsy and I was thinking about getting the, you know, the velvet and whatnot. I'm like, dang it, no. I am going to utilize gel prints on the inside. So that'll be this coming Monday.
Oh, okay.
Or Sunday if you know, are bored or whatever.
All right, so I'm going to bring in this yellow ochre extra because I want to have this contrast going on here. I tell you. I feel like I've inhaled feathers and they're all tickling me up in my nose.
Well, you could have, because I did have to trim up the little feathers. Just I don't know if y'all noticed that there's like legit feathers on my box.
She'll talk more.
I'm
about
not
this.
peacocking. I'm pheasanting. I know y'all love it when I do a box project because they're my most favorite things. I'm like, if I'm ever known for anything, I would like to be known for my boxes.
Her hearty boxy.
My fancy boxes.
Fancy boxes. There you go. Well, everybody has something.
That's right.
Okay. I'm hopefully trying to get this in a place where it's going to pick up most of what's on there. Okay. New paper.
I do, and I got stories behind my feathers, but see, y'all got to show up next time to hear the story about the feathers.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's kind of like, what do they call it in comedy? It's a callback. But this is a callback and a joke. It's like something that, like, it's like a if you know, you know. You kind of have to be there or whatever, but.
Now, sometimes the reason I do this, if I have a lot of paint around the edge, instead of my Baron, is because you can see it comes through.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather not have that happen with my...
Hi, Nairi!
And I'm just trying to kind of keep this going here without all of this extra paint around the edge. And it doesn't matter that I'm getting gunky stuff on the back here because this is probably not going to be a double-sided.
Oh, here you go. Hey, Martha says, okay, quote, this is from Jill Connor Brown. Try to avoid getting involved with someone who's going to need killing before it's over. It may seem to you that that narrows the field somewhat, but be diligent.
I love that. Can you write that down?
I'll copy paste it.
Put that. Okay. This is gonna be a. If this is gonna be a lever on. But now, see, look. That's and here's the thing. Once I pull this off of here, I can alter the colors on here again with a transparent, glazy kind of, you know, like the fluid acrylics.
Transparent glazy situation. I'm sending it to you and then lightning bolt, okay?
Okay. And then I can write it down. Alrighty. Alright, now here we go on another one that could possibly be, I need a stickier mat here. I'm just fighting with this and making me angry. I don't know if this is any stickier, but maybe. Okay, yeah. All right, there we go. So you can see what we've got going here. Now, the opposite of blue on the color wheel. I'm just waiting a moment for everybody to get their color wheel out and, you know, check it out.
Okay, now what was your question? Sorry, I was reading chat and I'm trying to get the sticker off my box too.
What is the color opposite of blue on the color wheel?
Do you want me to answer? Do you want me to wait?
I want to see if they're going to answer up there. Don't shoot milk out your nose. Oh yeah, that hurts. I have snorted beer out my nose. That's not a good one either. Okay. I'm going to stop waiting.
Okay. Oh, we got people answering. All right. Good job, y'all.
Good job. All right. So I want to show you what I did here with the light red orange. So I'm getting really low on it here. So I added the high flow medium, right, to this, what was left in here. And I want to show you the difference here. See that?
Oh, yes.
Isn't that wonderful?
That is wonderful.
So if you don't want to wait until you're ready to, you know, do this, just put some in another container and add more of the high flow medium to get that transparent color, which we're going to use here. And suddenly something that was a very viscous, I would say it's not heavy body, but certainly, what do they call it? Liquitex soft body acrylic suddenly becomes a more high flow. And the reason this is a good choice for this is because it's going to come through, yes, but it's also going to just glaze over these surfaces here and make this more of a, it just has a lighter feel to it.
Yeah. More
sheerness.
That's awesome, Graham. Graham has been getting messages from fellow Arty friends. Very helpful and might have a possible second round, or a round 2 interview coming up. That is awesome.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
Oh, this is...
Oh, and hello, Eric. Welcome.
Eric?
No, Eric is... No, that was Graham. Because remember, Graham got let go.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's, you know, kind of chilling, but then that's great that an opportunity came up and on a round 2 interview. That's always good.
All right.
As long as you want it. Sometimes, you know.
We have a lot of stuff left around the edges here. We're not going to worry about that. We'll crack those edges when we get ready to
We'll burn that bridge when we get to him.
Now look at that. That magical?
It's magical. You love that. She finds that magical.
I love this.
I find it sometimes a little sad because the blue go away.
Okie dokie. Now, what do we have here? Oh, here's another one. Here's another one.
Well, she was kind of busy right there at the end. There was a lot of paint.
Yeah, I went ahead and just, continued with my rat killing. Now, like I said, be careful. Put your nail against the edge of your paper so that it doesn't make...
I was like, who's Eddie talking to? And then I was like, oh, I think he's talking to me.
About what?
Being sad.
Being sad?
Yeah, about your brown.
Oh.
When the blue goes brown.
Yeah. All right, when I have those kind of edges, I'm a little more careful about my pulling because I know that it's very easy. And it doesn't matter because even if it tears, you can always go back in and
fix it.
And see, I'm just going along here and poking it because it wants to see how it wanted to pull that off.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that one.
Okay, this is that kind of viridian color that I think it was.
Right. That's why you like.
Who recommended it? Rhonda.
Rhonda did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has some mucky muck left over from other things too. But I love this, and it's almost, you can see almost three-dimensionality
it does look.
There in that, and I love that. That's going to be a good one.
And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we don't know that you were here. We like to know that you were here because we're an arty-friendly bunch of folks. Best chat in town. It's been said by many. At least, 2 or 3 people. We call that many around here.
Absolutely. It's all relative.
Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Like it, share it, love it. Send it to somebody that, may need it. That's this stream right here. You can hit the little swooshy button and then it gives you a little link and then you send it on to them folks. Much appreciated.
I don't know. I saw lots of wonderful things for Cyrus, and Mariah said that she is aware. Okay, now.
Yeah, she's working out some YouTube issues or something. I don't know. We all got them, and we understand that.
Yeah, they are real. I couldn't even.
Hi, Darcy.
Okay, now see, I'm getting a tear on that edge there.
Hey, Cornelia.
I used to know a Cornelia.
Cornelia, are you the one that she knows? I would, judging by the last name, say
is
Cornelia's from somewhere else.
Dorenkamp?
No. So it has the is it the umlaut? Is that the 2 over the 2 dots over the A? And it's, I would say, Grosh. Gratsch. Grosh.
I would say. You have to let us know.
Let us know, Cornelia. Or am I just, butchering that? And I do apologize.
Okay, now this is tissue.
Mm-hmm.
But I can use this. I can use this as a background for the one that Mariah's having printed downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, she gave thumbs up. All right, Grosh. I think we got that. All righty. Or she's like, that'll do.
It's not worth
right,
fussing about.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Esh. Oh, like spoken. Etch, maybe. Esh. E. Oh, like a eh.
Gresh.
So, Gresh.
Gresh.
Yeah, so, because it's not an ah sound.
It's an
eh.
Okay. I like the back of this one a lot better than I actually like the front of it, but, c'est la vie.
Perfect. Okay, I think we got it. Oh, this is mine. You need to hand this over. In fact,
Is this one yours?
I was wondering where this... Yeah, this needs to be mine. I have plans for this.
Huh. Well, it's...
That's fine.
I'm trying to pull it slow enough that I can get out there and bust those babies before they, all come off.
Oh, Carla has concluded the first round of fondant molds as gel plates. She is reporting in Makers, or she's going to report in Makers. All right, we're looking forward to that.
Oh, I want some of that fondant too.
Yeah,
I like that stuff.
She says German is sometimes not easy. Well, she took German, and we're like, my grandmother was like, you know, German. I didn't know her very well. She wasn't a very nice person.
Oh, she wasn't. But, you know, different times, different places. She grew up in a very brutal war.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, now see, we've got lots of good stuff here. And some stuff I don't want, like that big old streak of blue up there on the edge is going to distract from whatever. I'm going to take that off. And this is kind of a heavy-duty one down here, too. Be problematic. Just break it up a little bit. Okay. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
See, look at how good this looks.
It really does.
Yeah, see? I think this is going to be my innards.
Oh, on
like
the back
right
side
here.
there. Of course it is. Oh, yeah. It's perfect. Now, see, I wasn't thinking along those.
She didn't understand the vision.
I did not understand the vision.
That is true. That happens.
And that does happen.
A lot.
A lot.
Weekly around here.
Weekly. All right, let's just go ahead and sally forth. And, you know, the other thing that I thought about this, because I was explaining them to my vision when you were downstairs and showed him that one pumice paste. It's kind of
pumice-like.
Yeah, gray.
It is gray.
But here's what I was thinking. If I take and I have enough papers, and I'm gonna really focus.
Thank you, Cornelia.
On focus,
lady.
Making papers that I can utilize both as, because I want this heart to be full of heartfelt, not ooky gooky, you know, sanguine and kind of stuff. I want it to be realistic.
This is
love.
not unicorns, happy, slappy, sparkle, yippee, yippee. This is my rusted heart.
Yes.
You might need a tetanus shot before you touch this thing, but isn't it beautiful in all of its glorious things that it has been through? And that's what it's going to speak to. Is
and the whole thing is it's very symbolic of what happens here back and forth. Because I think that Mariah, by virtue of her age, she's a lot more idealistic than I am.
I haven't always been this way.
No.
I used to be a very mean girl, and
yeah, she was very dark.
Yeah.
And I guess what I want to tell everyone is, even though, you know, it doesn't matter where your heart is, that you can bring something good out of, you know, the gutter. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Excuse me.
It's really not out of the gutter. It's more like I found a very beautiful object at the junkyard.
Rust. I love rust.
Like it's been through some things.
I love rust so much. Yes, it has been. It's been around. That's what I said. It's been kicked around and messed around and whatnot. All right. So I don't have the stencil that I really want. So I'm thinking this is a good one too, because here's the thing. I'm trying to get it where I've got, you know, less of the.
Oh, they want to see this print again. I did snatch it up real quick, didn't I? It's lovely. And it really embodies I think the color combo quite well. Obviously, it is not like, you know, this color, this color, this color. But I think that's where some people get kind of wrapped up and feel like that, oh, well, it wasn't spot on. But I think it's like if you get in the wheelhouse, you're good.
And that is what I perceive as the whole idea behind this exercise.
Yeah.
Is to grow as an artist and develop some colors and use some colors that you might not necessarily use together.
And see what happens when you use them together.
And see what happens when you use them together.
She's coming around, y'all. She needed her yearly talk.
I guess I did. And the thing is to help me remember that, I put that whole thing that I wrote out the other day on the back of my color wheel up there so we don't have to, keep
doing it.
Doing
That's
it.
Good,
I am going to always mark through the names of ignore the names and refer to them as what they are.
That is 100% acceptable.
And that's 100% because Mariah said so.
Y'all write that down.
I really, and I'm not going to say any more about this because I want the insides of her heart to be a surprise so that you can really, What?
Oh, nothing. We love our people. I tell you, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome.
Okay. So, I want the whole idea of to incorporate the idea of question marks and whatever into the heart as being something that can be
things should always be questioned. Although, I don't always love to be questioned. Sometimes I just want you to just.
I know, and when we say that, and then Izzy, and sometimes you're just like, okay, can you just tie your shoes and shut your mouth and get out the door?
I don't think she knows how to tie her shoes still.
You wish you didn't even have any shoes that need tying.
No, we don't get those kind of shoes.
I
don't get those kind of shoes most of the time.
I have some like that.
I don't like it. I don't have time for it.
Okay, so I'm going to bring in some Indian yellow hue here. It's slow drying acrylic, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily an issue here because I want this to dry before I do the next coat on it anyway. Now I do need to get something here because this is coming along quite nicely. I can go ahead and do my brayer off, but I want to have something ready. And the reason I'm picking this one is because I think it's going to show up with this light blue and be quite nice. I don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do these things and I just do them with a prayer and whatever. A wing and a prayer. I can't remember who said that, but anyway.
Y'all let us know.
I love this mustardy Indian yellow in this heavy body. I have it also in high flow, not high flow, fluid. I think I have it in high flow. I could be wrong about that. It is developing kind of a little bit of a smell. I can even smell it through my blocked up nose.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, oh, look at that. That's lovely. Now I'm going to turn this around real quick and try to get this edge off and get...
Y'all aren't wrong.
What?
So, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer is a song.
Oh.
But I don't know that he was like the first one, but it was funny because multiple people put in Bon Jovi. Y'all aren't wrong.
I'll look at. I'm still getting a little. The cleaner of the. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow this to just sit like this, and then we're going to come in with. I could even go over it, hopefully, once it dries with my. Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of my question.
Quickly get this off here. Oh my gosh, this looks so great. Still a good
person.
Let me show you this.
So many of these folks are just. I love it. It's so ugly. It's cute. It's a bug.
I'm going to take that. I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay with that. All right, so this needs to dry. we're going to bring this back.
I want you to know this is a tricky little booger to get off the mat.
Oh, yeah?
Well, and I made this kind of a sticky-ish mat, so that also makes it tricky business.
Just got to have the right blue here, and this might be it back there hiding out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is off the mat.
See if I can hurry and get this down here. Ooh, that was some interesting little. Now, what I'm hoping for here is I'm hoping that this is going to give off some of that orange underneath.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good. Bon Jovi's a good dude, it seems. All right. Or are we talking Keanu? Because I know Keanu's, he's a super good dude.
Well, and I think it's a saying that went back to my recollection, back to World War II when the air, or maybe even one, when the airplanes would be coming in and they had been hit with artillery and were coming in, and that was a wing and a prayer.
Okay.
Okay, now see.
Hi, Robin.
Look how cool this looks.
Hey, Julie Parker. I don't know if I said hello to you or not.
Hi, Julie Parker. Okay, now look at that.
Oh, I love that. That's fast.
Now see, it came, some of that was still wet enough on there. And remember, that was the open paint. Now we're going to have to wait a while for that one, but here, look at this, how cool this looks. Right?
Yeah. Robin says, no question, that is a fun print. What?
Exclamation point.
Who? What?
Fun print.
Okay. That will not stop being funny to me, y'all. I'll just tell you.
Are you still picking?
Look, lady, this is what some of y'all, I don't think you truly understand, that some of these little buggers require some attention. Even if you get it off the mat, you got to still clean it.
Okay, well, I guess we're just going to sally forth and carry on here while she's mucking about with the one I want to use.
Fast as I can.
Okay, let's get some kind of Valentine-y color going here. Have I mentioned how much I love the nozzle on these little things?
You have, but I think it is worth mentioning each and every time you use them.
I think it really honestly is. Okay, now we're not happy with that just out there just like that. We're going to add some, we're going to brown it out a bit, because remember, we're going for, our goal here is rustication. And you must do your paint exactly like this every time. Make nice little, you know, linear sachets. As in sachet, not.
Oh, did you want to take that with you? Just tell them that's fine. Do your hair, please.
Oh, come here, give me a hug before you go. Oh, you little sweet. You look so cute.
How did your stuff go today? Good? All right. I feel like it's good. Well, fantastic. Hey, half of that, you know, sometimes you know.
Yes, go brush your hair, baby.
Yeah, your hair's not mess. I don't want to get lipstick on you. Did you like that I picked out your little outfit there? Okay. My mother never did that.
I did.
No, you didn't. Not that I can remember. And they're probably here's the other thing. What probably happened is that she got sick of doing it because this is what my baby does to me, which drives me crazy. Which is she doesn't like what I pick out for her, and that upsets me greatly because she doesn't think that I have style, and I'm here to say that I got more, you know. And I'm sure that you felt that way about me as well, and it was probably true.
I just didn't feel like fussing with you about it. It was just like, okay, whatever.
And let me just say, she would let me leave the house in ways that I probably didn't need to be leaving the house. There's some photo evidence.
The one I remember is when you'd lost
one the other day got on to me about brushing Izzy's hair, and I was like, listen, dude, here's the thing. I have photo evidence that you did not.
You need to find that and show everybody and share that with them.
Oh, crap. Well, I kind of used to know where that picture was.
Well.
And then we redid Izzy's room, and I don't know where we put those. Because it used to be in that one top drawer.
Okay, I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this with a tissue paper to get up as much of the question marks and exclamation marks as I can here.
But I am starting to also learn her style a little bit. Like, I want to honor that. So I do try to put
just remember that my mother would send her these gorgeous, what was the name of those?
Oh, gunny sack dresses.
Gunny sack dresses that were just so cute. And they just hung in the closet with the tags on them, and I'd hurriedly remove the tags and wash them 2 or 3 times.
Now, some of them I did wear and I did like for a while. But then I just got to a point where I wasn't into the whole dress thing.
She wore brother's leftovers. Oh my gosh.
That's so good.
Look at that.
That's so good.
Okay, I'm just going to put this down over here. I will show you in a minute, but I can't. I need to go ahead and pull another because this looks so cool. And this is why you use the tissue paper.
Hey, Joni.
Gosh darn it. Maybe I can salvage that. Because you can see how well it's getting down into the stencil, where it needs to get down in there to make that crisp design from the stencil.
Yeah.
You can tell just by how the color is being pulled through.
You know, it's interesting when Cyrus was here the other day. We used to kind of take it for granted, some of the information and kind of basic things like how much pressure to put on either the paper or through the stencil, all of that. Like, we just kind of, I mean, P does what she does over there. So,
okay, we still have paint here.
Didn't you find that kind of like a nice refresher on, hey, we should probably talk about, like, this is kind of how much pressure. Now, sometimes she says, you got to smush the bejesus out of it or something like that, you know. But I do think that we should say more often about, okay, this is a lighter touch. This is a little heavier. Or if you want this, you know, less paint's going to come up. If you push really hard, more paint's going to, you know, adhere to the paper. Things of that nature.
Yes. And I think what is interesting here, as we progress through these iterations of paint here, when I tell you the first layer, if you are using 2 different colors of paint, whatever goes down first is going to more or less stay there. Can you see how that is happening here on this?
That's funny, Carrie. Okay, here. I think I got most of it. There might be some little wispy leftovers, but...
Okay, now look at that. Look at how cool that is. This is the third pull.
And it looks like you've scribbled on them. That's very cool.
Okay.
Hey, and that's going to go really well with the scribbly look of this stencil.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting things stuck together back here. I need to move that out of the way right now because that's that. Okay, now we're going to pull it up. Oh, look we're going to put this down over here. Give it a couple of rolls. And remember, you need to get it off the paper. Off the paper.
That's funny.
Okay, I'll show you this in a minute.
Yeah, there's lots of things going on.
Lots of things going on here, folks. Okay, we need to get something down on top of this. And this is where we're just going to use regular copy paper.
Now, did you put it down backwards? Because you know there is a right way to the question mark, but I don't know that you're going to obsess about that. No.
I'm not. But I think it's good that you ask that.
Yeah.
For information there. To me, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people can figure question marks out, whether they're going the right way or the wrong way.
Right.
And over here, they're going the wrong way, some places, and the right way other places. But that's okay. We don't care. I'm anticipating getting more than one print here, but I could be wrong about that.
Hello, Lori. Welcome. Those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat. So we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. I do recommend, please come back and watch the beginning. We have new information, some exciting things happening. Talked about Caleb's video a little bit. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Talked about our new other channel that we're going to be, doing. That kind of thing. Where do you want this? I'm just going to hang it up here or something. I don't know. There you go.
Thank you.
Tired of holding it.
I appreciate you doing that. I really meant to talk to you about that yesterday, and
well, you had mentioned it, and then I got
into one of my books, and it's really consumed my life, the whole thing with the book. But look at this. Look at this print.
And the question would be, why is everything backwards? I don't know. That's how I feel about the world right now.
Upside down and backwards.
That's right. Ooh. See, and that's right. I love it. A lot of energy.
I think so. That's what I'm going to say there.
Hello, Lisa.
Okay, hopefully these are drying over here, and I'm going to be able to.
And Adrian, are you still here? She was asking, or is Adrian here? I think she was here earlier. Am I just wishing her here? She was asking about her gel plate. I don't know if it's her gel plate or if because she's been emailing me. But I'm also kind of curious as to if she ended up with one of those off brands of wet strength tissue, because we have found out that those are not the same thing.
They may claim to be, but they are not.
Yeah, so okay, so good, she is here. So that may have been one of the things too. I don't know if you got the Carnival wet strength, because nothing else we have come across is equal to the wet strength tissue as far as that is concerned. Now, some folks say that the exam paper works pretty well and seems comparable-ish. So, is that left over from the stencil or just the...
I cleaned the stencil.
Yeah. Well, I know, but the other chunky bits there.
Oh, the chunky bits are left over from...
Okay, the pull.
The one I gave you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, this might not look like much. But I think it could be very interesting as a very low contrast background. Okay, that one's definitely not going to make it. Here, this one might pull. And sometimes it's really just as well on some of these ones that have a really, to pull them a little early rather than allowing them to wait too long, because they're more flexible with the paint on the side where it's really thick here. And see, this is pulling very nicely. And how do you figure this out? You just, by the time you've done 500 or 600 prints.
And then we were talking about that earlier too.
That's when you figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, you really do. And it is true, like, you know, Robin was saying, that it is you must experience a lot of these things, because there's so many factors.
Yes.
Play. And so depending on where you are, depending on if you've got fans on or the humidity and just the types of paints and all of those things. So it's pretty easy for us to say, okay, well, you know, usually this is how this kind of goes. But that may or may not be your experience just because you live in a different climate.
Yeah, always use Fran as the example.
Yeah.
Fran sits there.
She can just let paint hang out. And it doesn't matter what kind of paint it is.
I watch her just sit there and she talks about stuff. She goes off in another room,
gets her paper,
brings back some more paper, and the paint's still on the plate. And I'm having a nervous breakdown over here going, oh my God, Fran, would you get
that paper down?
You know, puts it down, comes up just fine.
Yeah.
You know,
no problem.
Humidity has a lot to do with the how long you need to leave it.
All right, this is Gestural Hearts. This is style 2 in the 9x12. This came out last year, but look at it, just holding up.
This is really
we used this a lot last year.
I did, and you know, I kind of just burnt myself out on it. But this is the one that on the inside of Mariah's heart box from last year, the ones I cut out and wrote stuff on.
Yep,
that's from this.
I made the little paper clippy things, and yeah.
There you go. Okay. Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? You can tell how much paint's on there because I'm skidding. It's like a slick highway.
It looks like you're, you know, dragging poop across the floor.
That's nice, Mariah.
That was the best I could come with.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All righty. So, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? All right, I've got this print here. Let's just turn this over for a minute and show you how you can check it out. Now, see, isn't that going to be...
Hearts on fire. Looks like they're burning little
embers. Embers. The light, you know, it's not like that first bloom of love. This is the one that's still kind of simmering there in your...
Now, the thing is I think you need the lines on that versus... Or do you want...
Oh, that's a good thing to ask right now, Mariah. It really is a good thing. Okay, if I want that to be like I just showed you,
you want white paint and just flip it off there.
Flip this over or onto gold. This.
White or gold.
I want it to be opaque. So, I think what we're going to go with is
you got 40 minutes.
Oh, good heavens, that's forever. I can do lots of things in that length of time. So we want something very... that it's going to cover up this, because we want to see this. We want to see the stuff behind it. We don't want to have to figure out, okay, now let me see, where's this end and where's that come in? We want it to be apparent. That we were making a conscious choice here. All right, let's just, you know, I very rarely do this.
100%, Mimi. 100%.
What?
J says my style is unicorn farts and P is dragon poop. I'm on the team unicorn farts.
Oh, I'm bringing a little, you know, a little unicorn essence.
Yeah. Like set them on fire.
You know.
On your embers.
Burn, baby, burn.
And all these magical creatures.
All right, now, so I want to make sure that I've got my stencil
Hi, Sophia.
completely covered, because remember, this is what's going to, and I can tell you already, we've got a little problem with some.
Oh, hey, Len. Oh, y'all are coming in. Give those thumbsy upsies, please and thank you. Okay.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you need to, I don't know if you want to do that, but you're going to squish a little. But I think that's all right. It's all right. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, this needs to dry anyway. I need to get this out of here.
A little paint. Oh, Robin bought her BFF a shirt that said, "My dragon ate your unicorn."
Okay, there we go.
No eating mythical creatures. Eating magical. Mythical. Magical. Both things can be true.
Oh, I've got some issues back here with my...
Not all mythical things are magical.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
That should be on a shirt.
That should. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay. Now, oh, let's just go for it. What the heck?
What the heck?
I don't want to do that. Starting off over here.
That's lovely. Wish you got so well with that flop off onto the printed thing. Remember, because there was so much paint, that first flop off allowed her to get a second.
Yeah. A good second. Sort of business going on there.
Oh,
do that one.
Sherry's already she's putting us to the fire here. When might we expect a posting on the new channel? That's up to Pete.
I want to do it.
Okay.
Very much want to do it.
She's gonna outline something, so we kind of have you know, when we first get started on something, we kind of we got to get a feel for it.
We do, and I part of my problem with this is
I don't even have graphics set up, and the graphics are going to be different than Artist Studio.
Move that out of here for just a moment, because I don't have any other.
I'll tell you, I'll lose my ever-loving
the other plate.
Everyone's mind if that channel takes off more so than this.
Well,
it is what it is.
And here's the thing. You know, I think it's going to force me into being more organized about presenting material in from someone else's.
Yeah, art's different than.
And I'm kind of like that lady the other day who said,
"Wow, all right, we're already up to 34 subscribers."
That said that she was reluctant to go to and put herself forward as a candidate for some or a member of a committee for something, because she just didn't feel like that she was knowledgeable enough. And that's kind of how I feel a little bit about what I'm doing. I'm certainly not as booky as Tom Hartman or one of those people. I don't necessarily have the historical background for that, but you know what I do have? I have some books I can reference, and I know how to use both the index and the table of contents to get me where the hell I want to go.
She learned things at school, y'all.
I did.
And then I usually take the things that she wants to talk about, find and reference, like what she's talking about, things that are more you know, over on the digital side of the world of that, you know, finding those, capturing, hey, here's the book, here's this reference, but then what does that actually mean, and how are we applying that to some of the things that are actually going on, like legit current events.
And a lot of times, and one of the reasons that we really decided to go ahead and do this, and Mariah was leaving it totally up to me, and I just finally decided, you know, I'm professing for y'all to go out there and be brave and sally forth and, you know, do some shit. And then I'm sitting over here going, oh, I don't really feel comfortable about that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, I just need to get over it, because I hope you don't expect me to know everything.
No. And I think that that's the beauty of it. And one of the reasons that I like watching certain creators that I do watch is because they don't have a problem saying, oh, hey, you know what? We got that wrong. And here is, you know, here's the new information.
And I guarantee you that's going to happen, because we live in a world where it is just so much is out there so quickly, and we all suffer from confirmation bias. I'm
Candy.
I just sometimes want something to be so badly.
Candy says, P, you are very good about expressing ideas and make them understandable and how they apply to what's going on in today's world. You often bring up things that make me think about, you can do it.
Thank you. I needed that. Because going into this with expectations that, you know, I'm going to be some kind of a expert on something or something. That's not what this is going to be. This is going to be, it's kind of
here's where I think that, like, the whole thought process, and one of the reasons that we love Thursday Thoughts, and I think a lot of y'all love Thursday Thoughts, is that it is a discussion. This is what we would hope to have when you're at a party, or being able to go to, you know, the holiday events, and how we certainly used to when we hung out with more of our family prior to things, how it used to go. And I think that's kind of was lost, not because of the pandemic, but that did not help us in what was already, I think, setting in.
Yes, starting to go south.
This whole thing of, well, that's not, you know, we can't talk about that during this time, or, you know, it's not polite, or it's not this or that. I'm like, if it has to do with our day-to-day life, why aren't we talking about it? And whomever I meet, I would like to discuss these things. In fact, I find great, I find myself very, I have a lot of social anxiety being out in public, because I'm like, I don't know who these people are, and I don't trust them, and, you know, it's a lot of that, because I haven't had a conversation with them. So as soon as I know who they are and a little bit about them, then I'm like, okay, I find you to be safe, and hopefully you're going to make some pretty decent decisions. Not that I have to agree with everybody on every single thing. I don't agree with her on everything.
No, we fuss and fight about some things. Well, y'all know that. But I think one of the reasons that we sit up here and we will talk for an hour back and forth about, you know, something that she saw.
And I'm like, no, I don't think you have that right.
And I will say, well, I'm just giving you another, you know, this may not be what it really was, but this is how I am interpreting it.
And Brad has very different views from us. Well, not very different, but his are rooted in a lot of different information. And he's usually like, hey, Mariah, well, you know, had you thought about this? And I'm like, no, because that's not really information that I access.
Or that doesn't fit into my narrative. Because that's how I a lot of times I will just say, you know.
Brad is very practical. Hey, and in fact, if you want to watch somebody, and I have enjoyed his content greatly, is Mr. Global. You need to be watching more of his stuff too. Like, he's very practical. It's that, like, he's more like Brad's speed. Like, that's how Brad thinks. It's very logical stuff. It's like, hey, here's this information. Here's this. I get a little more emotionally, like, driven. I'm just that way.
Worried about that one spot out there.
So, you know,
I don't.
Maybe Brad will even come and chit chat with us every once in a while. He won't show his face, but maybe we can get him up here to just chit chat with us and tell us how, like, we don't know what we're talking about. It's possible.
And the whole thing about it is that when you are coming at a certain concept, a certain problem, or a certain issue, what your perception is colored by your particular background, where you are at in the whole world of things.
Oh yeah, Karen and I can talk for a long, long time.
Well, and it's so funny, Karen, that just reminded me, because one of the things, and one of my thoughts this morning was I just opened up the history of the Howard Zinn history book, and it opened up to the Martin Luther King march, some of the early on marches, and what happened, and the persecution, because you talk about something that was just
well, and here's the other thing.
Horrible.
Right. And here's what I have recently learned about all of that. Because, you hear, okay, there was the march and this and this. Then I talk about all of the failed times that they were trying to get the marches together. Yes. And that it took finally, all of these other people to be involved, and finally, all these other things to take place in order for it to be the one successful event that it was, to get things moving in the right direction. And that's not even to say that, then that led to other things. And this one guy that I was watching, he's like, oh, this is where, like, in any movement, they don't talk about, the one lady that was saying the very inappropriate things. She's like, hey, yeah, no, we don't need her part of our movement, because, like, but you're going to have those folks. And there's always this, business that goes on about all the different, like, whether it's political, social justice, just organizations of any sort. There's always some folks that, like, have some ideas that everybody else is like, I don't know about that.
I don't know if that's going to attract people or drive them away. And I think when early on in those movements, that's really an important thing to be aware of. If not,
and it's been a while since we've done this. A lot of us have never done any of this, so we don't even know what to expect. I don't know who to talk to. That's my biggest frustration, is like, okay, who's in charge, or who's, like, how do we get this going?
And here's the other thing about reading the Howard Zinn version of history, because I think we all have ideas about certain people, and Robert Kennedy was the Attorney General during the 60s when the civil rights was going on. And let me just say this, he didn't exactly jump on the bandwagon to take the part of the...
It's usually the people that move the folks that are, in charge or whatever. It takes multiple people to go, hey, this is going to be in your best interest to maybe, move in that direction.
And he was not initially one of the...
Yeah, we're still looking for that too, Eddie.
What?
Antifa headquarters. Everybody's looking for it.
For the what?
Antifa headquarters.
Oh.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, and I want to know when they're going to start paying me.
Yeah.
I want to know how I get behind the paywall. Because, yeah, hell yeah. But so far I haven't been paid.
Yeah.
Just
nobody's even said the check's in the mail.
Nobody's even...
I just show it for free.
So far.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
26 minutes.
26 minutes.
I love what's left on the plate here.
Isn't it wonderful?
This is
lovely. And I'm cleaning up this stuff on the outside because I do want this to be kind of floaty looking, and I don't want that hard edge of anything showing up out there. So I'm being very meticulous about removing any of those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to lift this up and look at this side of it, because that's what's going to tell me, okay, this corner down here needs some work. Okay, that's looking marvelous. that needs to dry all the way because I do not want to mess up any of those marks that are out there. Let's see if we can pull this. Again, because the paint here is still a little bit flexible, I'm not having that issue with tearing.
Yeah, and you know, Adrienne, that might be something to consider, is maybe not letting it dry so much.
Yeah, because here, look at what it's doing here. How it's pulling up the paint on the edge there.
Such a good color combo, though.
It is a really good color combo.
I mean, I'm a little sad that, you know, the purple basically it turned black.
Yeah.
Because of the complementary colors that are happening there.
It's so weird. It looks really yellow up there in the...
Yeah, it does.
It's more golden here. That could just be my computer, right?
Yeah.
How it's set. Okay, I think that's a good one. And these floppy business.
I love that cat.
Take and pull that off a little bit there. All right.
So Shauna got her Zen book today, and we'll be cracking it open tonight.
Oh, Howard Zen? Yeah. Well, here's how I read that. I go in and I will look at the
and I think it's a good one, right? That you can kind of pop around.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And the index is lovely because it will tell you what pages to find, you know, whatever it is that you're really interested in knowing. And,
hey, Jeanette, no worries.
And I love that. I think a good index is something that you should always look for in a reference book.
Oh,
and plus he goes extensively into his resources. And that's very nicely covered, and that's important too. Adds veracity to the... I don't know.
No.
I just don't think it had enough of any one thing to
make it.
And I am going to clean my paper up. I felt kind of bad. I should have had this cleaned up for Cyrus. And she said no, she was really happy because she didn't have to worry about, you know, messing it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I did think about it.
Oh, welcome to everybody that's coming in. Do say hello in the chat. Give those thumbsy upsies. Like it, share it, love it. We still got, 23 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Lots can happen in 23 minutes.
Lots can happen in 8.
Okay, that's a really mucky color there. All right, now let's here's the other thing I like about these hearts.
Yeah.
Because when you and I'm going to use open paint because I want to get a lot of prints from one.
Okay.
And I'm going to use black.
Are you queued up with papers and things?
Well, I'm just going to use plain paper.
Okay.
Yes, that's
right.
Always a good thing to to ask. Okay, I want to talk about this stencil real quickly, and I didn't want to interrupt Mariah a while ago when she was talking. Well, because I was listening to what you were saying, it was important. This is one of those stencils that you have to be very careful about getting it down.
It's fiddly.
It's fiddly. It's wobbly. And you get...
Don't be ripping at it. Y'all saw, like, the amount of time it took me to get it off the mat and then even clean it. That's the care that should be taken with one that is this dainty, and because you have thin little connections and, you just go ripping at it and you're going to rip a heart off.
Yeah, you are. And you will be very sad.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Okay, so basically what I'm going to use here. Oh, gosh, I'm running out of room, folks. I'm running out of room. I'm going to come in with my... Pardon me. Oh, I could just use
yes, thank you, Graham. Yeah,
spray.
thank you. I was going to answer that, and then I was like, okay.
Because the other day you noticed, and I think it was was either Rhonda or Christy that said Payne's gray and transparent red iron oxide make a lovely neutral.
That might have been Christy Hartman, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Somebody said something about that, or they told me to use and the reason I like it is, boy, you can tell I've really been hitting this hard and heavy. We'll have to order some more of this stuff.
Oh, no.
Is because it's lovely.
Because it's lovely.
It's just so lovely on so many fronts here. And see, I can do this over here because this is open paint.
Sorry, the camera doesn't go over that way.
And this is starting to have that kind of odor that Stinky Pink has.
Well, and I think you're smelling things kind of funny. Like, I think your sense of smell is a little
Off?
off. Maybe.
Well, that could be.
I'm not smelling it.
When you hear that sound, I'm really putting a lot of pressure on that yeah.
Oh, I could do that, Candy. Yeah, I could do that.
What is it?
She would like I do have some books that we have referenced. So, like, we have a book section on our Amazon store. But yes, I can add some of those other ones. In fact, I could probably do that, like, you know, as we speak. Don't really want that. I just figured a lot of people get their, especially these older books, because they'll be available.
Oh yeah, especially the one.
Oh, it does have it is
Hassan.
stinky. It just took a minute to get over here. It's stinky.
The Howard Zinn book was first printed in the 1980s, I think. So, yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. So, what I want here is I want
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Okay, I want a flop off, and I'm not using this because, and I'm gonna have to start putting stuff down on the floor because I don't have any other room for it. One of the things I do like about this is my fingers fit inside of the hearts. And it makes it really nice to position it on the paper.
All right, I have added that to our recommended books. The Howard Zinn book.
Okay, do you have the Cult of Trump by Hassan?
I do not. I can get that one in there.
Okay, now because I have so much paint out here, you can see that I'm going to get many prints from this.
What is the name of it?
The Cult of Trump.
Yes.
Okay, now this I'm going to allow to dry because this is what I will use the red iron oxide to pull this. and it will be quite lovely. Okay, here we go again. We're going to have to do a little taping. Sorry. It doesn't matter what I do over here. I just seems like
his old book's on there, but not the new book.
No, the new book you will have to buy new. You have to buy it from a bookstore.
Well, I know, but like Amazon. I mean, you would think, but it's not on Amazon.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Well,
I can't tell you where I got mine.
I think you got it from Half Price Books or
Thrift Books, maybe.
Thrift Books or one of those, yeah.
Yeah. If I can, I don't buy it from Amazon. Right. I mean, I'm just dead serious. It's just, I'm not giving them any more. I've already given them a lot of.
Yeah.
As there's some things that I just have to order, and there.
Okay, so there's 2 of the updates there, but the other one.
Yeah, and the other one is that I don't know if it's on there, Mariah, that is such a good book.
Oh, we're talking about, hey, Shauna, that's a great question. The book recommendations are over there on our Amazon store, because obviously we don't, sell directly or anything like that. Although I could, it's not that we couldn't build out a page thing. It's just, it's easier.
This is another one.
Oh, yeah. Let me add that one, because that one is a good one. That one's referenced, and some other book club people have been reading this one. So you'll be like,
yeah,
in the club.
It's just a most excellent book, and very well researched. A lot of good information, a lot of relevant information to what's going on now, but also a lot of historical. And this is the thing about history. We can learn from it if we can make connections to what happened, yesterday, last year, whatever.
It's helpful.
It gives us directions on where we need to go. And that's what I think about the history. And you should know that there are some people that are trying to write disclaimers about Howard's End. It's considered kind of a revolutionary book. I'm going to keep that because I think I can put that with the other one, and it will be a complete. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but we'll just flip this paper over so we know that that is not actually on the plate. There we go. Fairly clean. All right. And the other thing about the Ruth Ben Gott Strongmen and whatever, it gives you a lot of historical context about other examples of authoritarianism and how they came to be and how they came to not be.
Right.
Who were the influences?
And that's some really great information, because it kind of helps you understand, okay, well, where would be some pain points? Where can we, as we the people, apply pressure?
Yes.
This is why, I think with that former, so it's a former Black Panther, that's his channel. I've linked it before, sorry I don't have it right with me at this moment. But he put out the latest video because they're kind of on their first round of, because they're going to implement it in Minnesota first, which I think is great. And then as that kind of, how they are going about their resistance is so great, because it really gives people that are just don't want to be out and have physical interaction as part of their resistance, whether it's protest or whatever, but still want to be active in resistance. He has a great, watch all of those videos. It can tell you how they're doing it. And if you want to be involved, great. But I just think that it's really interesting how he's rolling everything out. And if you are a person who is engineer mind is really what comes. He lays it out like it is. There's lots of forms and things to read. It's a little overwhelming to somebody like me because I'm just like, okay, I need a more visual, like I can do it through like a website, which I think that they are working on. Because that was one of my questions. And he did say that, yes, they were working on the website situation, because to me, that's a better way to access and understand what my actionable, what I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm supposed to be accessing, and whatever. So that was kind of my main takeaway from what he's doing. But there are different ways to partake, and it all matters. Every little thing ends up being a big thing.
It does. Now, I hope that you're seeing what I'm doing here, because this is really important to get that good, crisp print that we want there, not only from this print, but the one that we're going to get when we pull up the stencil. Because remember, the stencil was still wet with the Payne's gray. And you can see in a few places how it's kind of coming through. The more I press on it, I just want to make sure that I have those lovely, lovely little gestural lines out there. And the way that you tell if they are is the white goes away.
Yeah. Paint has saturated through.
You know that the paint has, yes, it's created that bond with the paper. Okay. Looks pretty good. Always look at your edges, because that's where I fall down.
Well, and it's also where it dries the fastest.
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good. And the hearts look so good, too.
I know.
The stencil's going to be fab.
All right, now here we go. We're going to try to go ahead and get a flop off over here. Don't know how much there will be left of it, but there will be some. And this is just on my brayer off over here. Okay, I got more than I thought I was going to get.
Ooh, yeah, I love that.
Okay, now this needs to dry all the way, but look at these wonderful rusticated hearts.
Rusticated.
Rusticated.
Rustification.
Rustification at its best there. All right. That needs to dry. Let's see if we can come back to our... Oh yeah, this is dry.
Okay, got 7 minutes.
Okay, great. So what I'm going to
do... It's not a full 8.
Not a full 8. Is I'm going to go ahead and put down some paint, because I think I can still get a little bit more off of this that is still a little slightly moist with whatever. And let's see here. I've got to watch out for my paintbrushes and my water here. Purple, no, not so much.
Yeah. What you thinking about here?
I'm thinking about a lot of things here. And I'm thinking about this kind of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is the complement of the kind of orange that we've got going on here. So that maybe that's going to, I don't know. But now what I'm doing here is I'm putting this down. Let's see, let's have the hearts going the opposite way here.
Oh, that's exciting, Lizette.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to brayer off some of that paint. And at the same time, we're pushing down the stencil so that we can maybe possibly get some more.
Right, and that was good putting it down paint side down.
Yes.
See, had she put it the other way around, the Yupo itself, I don't know if you want to pick up more.
I think I do.
Yeah.
And see, I mean, there is a point where it's not going to pull any more off of there.
Well, and keep in mind also some of it is adhering to the stencil. So,
and some of it is adhering to the stencil. So let's see. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely getting, you can see we're getting some, and I think probably that's about all I can pull off. There are a couple places that I maybe could have gotten some more off. But let's look at that and see what we've got going on there.
I like it.
I think it's going to be quite nice.
It becomes very loopy.
It does. Very gestural lines, and that's what I love about this stencil.
That's why it's named Gestural Hearts.
Gestural Hearts. I just think it's a good one. It's a good one to have. And it is still sticky as all get out. It's probably good. I have another stencil here, do I? Let me open plate. Nope. Nope.
That's the squeaky, right?
I'm afraid that is going to be it for today, folks.
Well, why don't you show them your prints?
All right, let's do that.
I'll be good and wrap it up.
Okay. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to put it someplace because it's still wet. This was the Payne's Gray Open. Remember, this was the flop off.
Mm-hmm. Still giving.
Still giving. And I've got the other two down here on the floor. I'm not even, no.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Well, it got put on top of the other one, but I got it.
Oh.
Okay.
Rhonda put that in her cart for next time.
Pardon me.
That's a Brad design. And it was funny because we were like, it would be fun because obviously we know that the nested circles are very popular. I was like, I think it would be cool if we had a heart one that was similar. And so that's what he came up with.
Remember how many we got from that one?
I just think that one is crazy how it ended up being, like, it looks like it's just, like, the scribble kind of. They're all so different, yet they came from the same kind of round of paints.
Oh.
That's what I find very interesting about those.
I know. I think that this is my favorite. This was the very last one I pulled.
Oh, thank you, Shauna. You have a wonderful day too.
Brayer off. Here's a.
This is the pug print.
And this one, which, right now it doesn't look all that interesting, but it can be.
All right, you layer up some other things on there.
Layer some other things up on here, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And I don't know, I really like this.
That one looks like it's kind of floating in Jello.
Kind of, and it's.
They're like, what's in this Jello? Who? What? Why are you eating it? I don't know.
Is it?
Don't eat that.
Yeah, don't eat that. I think that maybe needs to go to the trash, and we'll all feel real good about it. Okay, well, ladies and gents, I think that's about it.
All right, my Arty friends, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was a blast, as usual. We will be back here on Sunday. Hopefully you can get a heart by then.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get her a heart so she can rustification it. I don't
because I do. The thing about it is I do need to prep it.
Yeah.
And then we can start, gluing down and I can, and I need to get some stuff prepped up because I need,
prepped up.
I need some scales
Yep.
And you know, somewhere I've got those wonderful feathers that I made for my mask.
Somewhere. You found them and then you lose them. You remember where you put them? I don't know.
If y'all remember, I might have to have you make me another another batch of feathers.
Anyway, we'll be back on Sunday. Thanks for hanging. Until then,
love you.
like a
long haul.
bye, guys.